Hello and welcome to this video in which we shall discuss an alternative method of polynomial division, which is called synthetic division. You'll find that it's much quicker and easier than the former method. So let's begin. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to draw this L shape, and we're going to write the coefficients of the powers of x. So we have 2, and then -1, and then -11, and -8. And then we're going to divide by, or in other words, we're going to write a number here. This number is the value that makes this expression equal to 0. And note that this technique only works for x power 1. So you cannot use synthetic division unless the divisor has x power 1. It has x power 2 or x power 3, then you have to use the regular technique. So here, the value of x that makes this 0 is x equals -1. So we're going to put -1 outside here, and we are going to start our algorithm. So first we're going to take this number and put it here, and then we're going to multiply. So -1 times 2 is -2. We're going to put the result here, and then we're going to add. So -1 plus -2 gives us -3, and then we're going to multiply again. -1 times -3 is 3, and then we add. So we get -8, and then we multiply. So we get +8, and we add, and we get 0. And then the last number is the remainder. So here the remainder is 0. And these are the coefficients of the result. So the answer is 2x power 2 minus 3x minus 8. So you move from right to left, and you keep adding powers of x. So the first number does not get an x. The second number gets x. The third number gets x power 2. The fourth number gets x power 3, and so on and so forth. So the result here, or the answer, is 2x power 2 minus 3x minus 8. Let's try another problem. So again, we draw the L shape, and we write the coefficients down. So 4, -3, -8, -7, -6. And outside, we're going to write -1. This is because if we solve this equal to 0, we take this over there, we get x equals -1. And we begin again. We start by taking the first number down and multiplying. So -1 times 4 is -4. And then we add. So -7, multiply. So +7, add again. So -1, multiply again. So +1, and then we add. So -6, we multiply. So +6, add again, and you get 0. And we said before that this here is the remainder, and this is the result, or the answer. So like I said, you start adding powers of x from right to left, and you skip the first one. So this is x power 2, x power 3. So the final answer is going to be 4x power 3 minus 7x power 2 minus x minus 6. Let's try a third one. So again, the first step is to draw the L shape. Let me just use more space. So draw the L shape here. We have 2, 11, 11, -10, and 6. And then we have here -3. So 2, -6, 5, -15, -4, 12, 2, -6, and 0. This is just to show you how fast it can work. These are all added, and these are all multiplied. So -3 times 2 is -6, 11 plus -6 is 5, -3 times 5 is -15, and so on and so forth. And then we just add the x's, so x power 2, x power 3, and we are done. So 2x power 3. And of course, if we don't have any sign, it means we have a plus. So this is plus 5x power 2 minus 4x plus 2. And this brings us to the end of our video. I hope this has been beneficial. Thank you for watching.